Have you ever stared at the ceiling and whispered, I don't know who I am anymore? Then this is for you. You didn't lose yourself, you just forgot what you needed. And now it's your time, not to reinvent for someone else, but to reclaim the truest parts of you. Welcome to the Reinvention Diaries. Let's begin again together. In this episode, we are going to talk about when you don't recognize you anymore. Welcome. So glad you found your way here. And I don't think that's an accident. This is the very first episode of this Reinvention Diaries, and I will do more if it's wanted. And if you're watching this, you may be feeling a little lost right now, maybe even invisible. You might be looking around at your life, the same routines, the same four walls, and quietly wondering, how did I end up here? Not in a dramatic way, just a soft ache that never quite goes away. A quiet sadness you can't always explain. Maybe you've spent most of your life caring for other people, being strong for everyone else, doing the responsible thing. And now that the noise has settled, the kids are grown, the job is done, the caregiving has slowed, or even if you have divorced or lost a partner, you're left with a question no one prepared you for. Who am I now? If that feels familiar, you're not alone and you're not broken. You're simply standing at the edge of something new, something sacred, and maybe even a little scary. This right here is the quiet in between. It's where invention begins. I remember one morning, not so long ago, I made myself a coffee, sat in my usual chair, and just stared out the window. The light was soft, the birds were singing, but I felt empty. Not sad, not angry, just numb. I looked around and realized, I don't recognize this life. I don't even recognize me. I had spent so long being the helper, the fixer, the strong one. I had lost sight of my own soul. And let me tell you, that was one of the loneliest feelings I've ever known. But in that silence, something beautiful happened. A tiny voice inside me, a whisper I hadn't heard in years, said, you deserve more, and it's not too late. That whisper saved me. It didn't fix everything overnight, but it cracked the door open. And that's what I want for you today. This episode and this whole series isn't about pretending we've got it all together. It's not about starting over with a bang. It's about starting gently, right where you are, with what you have, and most importantly, with who you truly are underneath all the noise. So let's talk about this moment you're in, the one no one really talks about. It's this space between who you were and who you're becoming. It's that quiet realization that maybe you've been pouring into everyone else for so long, you don't remember what fills you. How do you fill your cup? It's wondering why joy feels far away, or why you can't shake the feeling that something's missing, even when everything looks fine. Let's try these 5 things and pick whichever one works for you, or all of them, just one. Here we go. Our reinvention has begun. So number 1, honor the pause. This isn't wasted time. This is sacred space. Not everything broken needs to be fixed right away. Not every silence needs to be filled. This pause is a bridge. It's where your spirit catches its breath. It's where clarity is born. Try this. Take just 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, no distractions, and gently ask yourself, what part of my life feels heavy right now? What am I being invented to release? You don't have to solve it, just listen. Even confusion is part of clarity. Now, let's talk about sitting in the uncomfortable. This is one tough one for me. What about you? We've been taught to run from discomfort, to numb it, scroll past it, or bury it. Keep busy so it can change. But real change, real becoming, starts with simply staying put. Let the ache rise. Let the questions linger. Letting yourself feel it without needing to fix it right away. Uncomfortable doesn't mean wrong. It means real. It means you're stretching, shedding, awakening. So if you're feeling raw or restless, it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just sitting in the honest part. And that, my friend, is incredibly brave. Don't try to hide from it or bury yourself in distraction like eating, shopping, or something like that. Just allow it to be uncomfortable. So, number 2, create a becoming journal. When you're in a life transition, your soul speaks in whispers. Not loud, clear answers, but quiet nudges. A craving for something new. A sudden pull towards color, nature, music, or stillness. And here's the secret. These aren't random. They're clues, whispers from the version of you that's just starting to bloom. So start a journal. Call it my Reinvention Journal if you like. Fill it with whatever feels like a spark. Quotes that stir something in you. A new dream that arrived out of nowhere. A phrase you keep hearing. Even those random thoughts that make no sense yet. Write them down. This isn't about making a plan. It's about capturing your soul's soft voice before life gets noisy again. Here's the truth. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to stay curious. Follow the flicker, even if it's only one step at a time. You don't need a map for a journey that's never been walked before. You are the map, and your journal helps you notice where the light is landing next. Number 3, declutter emotionally. Just like cleaning out a closet, sometimes we have to clear out the old versions of ourselves. You might be holding on to labels or roles simply because they made sense once, or because other people expect you to keep them. But here's the thing. You're allowed to outgrow your old self. Let me say that again, because it matters. You're allowed to outgrow who you used to be. Try this. Write down the titles, labels, or expectations you've carried, even the ones you didn't choose, especially those ones. Then ask gently, do I still want this? Does this still serve who I am becoming? If not, bless it, thank it for what it gave you, then release it with love. And if letting go feels emotional, that's okay. It's called grief. Grief often walks hand in hand with growth. You're not doing it wrong if it feels tender. You're doing it right. Clearing space is part of the becoming. You're making room for a version of yourself that's more honest, more whole, more of you. Number 4, celebrate the small clues. Sometimes we expect change to be loud, but it's not usually fireworks. Sometimes it's subtle, a random comment that lingers, a sign you keep seeing, a tiny pull towards something unfamiliar, yet comforting. These small clues, they're sacred. They're your inner compass pointing towards what matters, even if you don't know why yet. It's your intuition. So start a clue list. Each day, just one little note. I heard this phrase twice today. I keep thinking about Italy. A stranger said something that felt like a message. You don't need all the answers to begin. You just need to notice. Because noticing is an act of trust. And trust is what builds the bridge between your now and your next. Number 5, give yourself a title. This part is actually fun. I like this part. Even if it feels a little silly at first, try it. When your old identity fades, you get to try on a new one. Not one that defines you forever, just one that gives you permission to move differently. So give yourself a soulful title, something playful, bold, or poetic. A great beginning is I am. Maybe you're I am the brave rebuilder. I am the soft warrior. I am the curious explorer. I am the keeper of hope. I am queen of reinvention. Or even just I am in bloom. I have chosen I am my North Star seeker. Whatever resonates, let it be your temporary badge of becoming. Why? Because naming your becoming helps you claim it. It says to your soul, I see where you're going. I may not know the full picture, but I'm listening. Use your title when you journal. Whisper it to yourself when you feel lost. You're not who you were, and you're not quite who you're becoming. But this title, it honors the you that is in progress. And that's something worth celebrating. So at this moment, you're in this sacred, messy, in-between place. It's not a failure. It's not a setback. It's the foundation. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not lost. You are becoming slowly, beautifully, honestly. And even if it doesn't feel like it today, that version of you that's coming into view, you are worth the wait. So stay gentle and stay curious. Stay brave. You are doing just fine. And here's the thing. This moment, it's not a dead end. It's a doorway. A sacred invitation to come back to yourself. And you don't have to do it alone. Each week on the Reinvention Diaries, I'll share real stories, honest truths, and gentle tools to help you move through this season of your life together. With grace, with courage, and with your beautiful heart wide open. And yes, I'll tell you pieces of my own story. Not because it's about me, but because I've walked and I am walking through the fire too. And if anything I've learned can ease your path, you're going to hear about it. But more importantly, this space is for you. It's for your healing, your rediscovery, your return. Because you, my friend, are allowed to change. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to want more. And you're allowed to begin again. At any age, for any reason, without apology. Remember, take a few quiet moments and ask yourself, what part of me have I been ignoring? Maybe it's your creativity, your need for rest, your desire for joy, your intuition, your voice. Now write it down. No judgment. Just notice what bubbles up in you. That's your starting point. That's the part of you asking to come back to life. Next week, we'll go deeper. I'll tell you about the night I stopped asking for permission to change, and how learning to listen to myself again is starting to shift my life into a better frame of mind, body, and spirit. If you've ever struggled with guilt or put everyone else's needs before your own, you won't want to miss this. But for now, my friends, just breathe. You're doing beautifully, and you are right on time. Till next time, be brave, be strong, and love endlessly.